The history of healing with crystals. The use of crystals dates all the way back, over 26,000 years ago, to Atlantis. But in ancient Sumerian times, some 6,000 years ago, they believed that crystals had fallen from the heavens as gifts from their ancestors. They weren't far off the mark, as all the particles that make up matter once originated from old stars. When these stars exploded, their atoms and particles were scattered throughout the universe and reformed as new stars and planets. People who carried, wore, or used crystals believed that they would be filled with some of the power belonging to these spiritual realms. Though they often used the precious stones for jewelry and cosmetics, they also used them for protection and health purposes, such as the use of topaz for purging evil spirits. The ancient Egyptian priests and pharaohs wore turquoise for fertility, life, and joy. Crystals were used then much as they are now, to show status, think a huge diamond ring, and as a tool for magical healing and alchemical energies. The word crystal comes from the Greek word for ice, due to the belief that clear quartz was water so deeply frozen it would remain forever solid. Many other popular crystals also have names of Greek origin. For example, amethyst, meaning not drunken, was carried or worn to prevent drunkenness. Greek soldiers were also known to associate iron with the god Mars, and they would rub themselves in hematite before going into battle, believing it would make them better warriors. As well as playing a central role in the above cultures, crystals have also played a part in a number of religions and faiths, and have been mentioned in both the Bible and Quran. In the Quran, the fourth heaven is described as being completely composed of garnet. The kalpa tree, which represents an offering to the gods in Hinduism, is said to be made entirely of precious stone, and a Buddhist text described a diamond throne near to the tree of knowledge. Before the advent of worldwide exploration and travel, most civilizations would have been isolated and unaware of the practices of other far-away civilizations. Interestingly, the use and purpose of crystals seems to have transcended geological boundaries. For instance, it is thought that the ancient Chinese, Aztec, and Mayan civilizations all used jade as a stone for healing the kidney, without the knowledge that anyone else was using it for the same reason. During the Renaissance period in Europe, which began in the 11th century, precious and semi-precious stones were used alongside herbal remedies to heal the sick, but fell out of popularity in the 1600s. A new age dawned in the 1980s, and the use of crystals and gemstones in healing began to regain popularity. Much of the modern-day practice is drawn from the old ancient methods and adapted to suit our time, now that we have more information about how to channel the positive effects of crystals within the body.